Joined in studio, I am joined by Lina. Lina, good morning.
Good morning, Ebenezer.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I am very well. I've been looking forward for us to have this engagement for a long time.
I know. I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for those that may be living under a rock or those that never have a chance, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you and what do you do?
Okay. My biography is long because it's like a 7 year, 11 year stretch. So I'm just gonna try to minimize as much as I can.
Okay.
So my name is Linah Raphela. I'm a 29-year-old. I come from Ramamavolo, a rural village, Coldmans. My career started actually in 2015 where I was studying computer science, BSc computer science, and I did it up to third level. I faced like financial issues, mental health issues, so I discontinued with computer science. Along the way, I did other many things. I remember in 2019, that's where I took gap year, my very first gap year. So I attended the 40th Durban International Film Festival. So that's where I felt like I made it. Like everything made sense to me. Everything was connecting. The one that we really actually attending was Durban Film Mart, the one that where the crew members and people behind the cameras attend. So that was the one that took 4 days because that one was, I think it was taking like 7 days or more.
Okay.
Yeah. So during that time, I felt like I made it. Like I felt everything made sense, and my spirit was like, "You did it. You made it. You're here at this high places, nice hotels, 5 stars." And I'm like, okay. After all that, before the event could even end, a thought came, and it was like, go back to school.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, go back to school. How do I go about that? How do I do it? Because now I lost my funding. I lost a lot. I was going through difficulties. So I'm like, how will I do that? I had no idea. But then coming back, I joined I enjoyed two learnership that I did with film. So I thought my path maybe was in creative side now. Yeah. So I did the learnership in film and television with Far North. And I also did a SWIFT program, Industry Readiness, in 2021. And then from there, other achievements, they were actually university-based. Yeah. And after that, after doing my learnership, I'm like, okay, maybe now is my time to write movies.
Yes.
Then I did start writing. I wrote a lot of things, and sometimes because I didn't go to school for arts and culture. I went to school for computer science. That's all I know. But somehow I discovered that I also have a creative side. So it's not only the logical side that I make. So both my brain parts work equally.
Yes.
Yeah. So after that, after the learnership, I went back to enroll actually in computer science in 2020. So that's when the COVID-19, yes. So that COVID-19, when it hit, like I got so traumatized. I'm like, I thought maybe I was reviving my career, but now here I am again. It's like I'm going back in time. So it kind of felt like a stagnant point. Then I focused on my health. I dropped my courses again. I focused on my well-being, and I got better. I healed. And then around that time as well, I traveled. Around 2021, I traveled. I went to Durban. There was Indoni cultural pageant that I attended.
Okay.
I also wrote a film in Venda. Me and this guy, we met and we wrote a film, a very interesting film. Just that we haven't shot it yet because of budget and other things, but I believe that one day we'll shoot it. Yeah. And so during 2021, it was like my second gap year. I also applied at the University of Limpopo again. Yes. This time I applied for Bachelor in Agricultural Management. Yes. Then I enrolled and I went back in 2022. Remember, at that time, I don't have funding. But I was like, you know what? No matter what, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
And I know that it's going to be hard because now my mental is all over, It's no longer in student mode. But I'm like, you know what? Whatever it takes, I'm very determined. I'm going to make it. I will fight. And as we speak today, I'm a graduate of this degree.
Yes.
So, yeah, that means God and the purpose has paid off.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
And in 2024, I came across this platform called Phoenix, a crowd fundraising. Yes. Then I joined them and I registered my profile. Then I had to canvas for myself. I canvassed like a boss the whole year.
Yes.
And to show that really like people were, because all along I was like, maybe people are not seeing it, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to get funding, I'm trying to get fundraising. I did manage to raise 5,000. So up to a certain point I could see, okay, there are changes. It makes sense now.
Yes.
Like people, I'm visible to people because I thought maybe I was in my own world alone. Yeah. And also I got selected and awarded as an industry scientist by the Chinese government. There's this, there are companies called International Artificial Intelligence Industry Alliance. That's the company that awarded me or elected me as industry scientist.
Wow.
Yes. And then I was also, around 2022, I also registered my company. So now I'm a founder and director and also CEO because, I'm still building up.
Yes.
You got to be everything. You got to be financial planner.
Yes, all of them.
Yeah, all at the same time. So, yeah, I'm looking forward for my company to really grow as much as I'm growing because I'm young. I'm young and I'm energetic. And I'm ready. And again, in 2022, I was enrolled in data science. What actually happened was that I applied and let them know that I did computer science and whatnot. So after that, they accepted me and we were fully sponsored. I was fully sponsored, like me, and thank God. So yeah, today as we speak, I'm a qualified I'm a qualified data scientist. I'm an industry scientist. I'm a Bachelor of Agricultural Management graduate. I'm also a director of Sasiluna, and I'm also an entrepreneur / businesswoman, and also a photographer. Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of things, and yeah, we will get to talk about all of those things, but you said something about when we were doing computer science, where you started to encounter some mental challenges.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of young men and women, they don't know their purpose. They don't know whatever it is that they want to study. They don't know who they are. Maybe you're just starting out, their adversity, and you're having these struggles.
Yeah.
You're having these struggles. You don't know, am I in the right place or am I somewhere else? How then, because you've been there, what are some of the things that you can share with them as they are going through those things?
I will say that, like, the first thing is find a mentor. You can find a mentor or even a role model. And a mentor can be any shape. Can be your mother, can be your father, can be someone international, someone that, like, it's maybe a singer, for example, but then they usually give motivation. Like Nicki Minaj usually give motivation at times. If you watch very closely to her. You can also find people who, maybe you're doing agric management. You find someone also who did that previously and they've come across that path. And then you ask them like, how did you get here? What did you do? And also, usually at universities, I don't know about others, but University of Limpopo, they do offer counseling.
Yes.
So they can counsel you and sort of put your path straight. Yes.
Wow, that is amazing. Because a lot of people then are afraid. To say that, no, I'm sinking. I'm sinking and I need help. I want someone to come hold my hand so that I don't sink here, because maybe they are having some intrusive thoughts, they are having suicidal thoughts, or whatever the case may be. We need to get that help. Now, talk to us. There you are. You are encountering these challenges. Then you go and you find a mentor. For the person who's saying, oh, no, man, I can't find a mentor. I know I don't like whoever. I just want to deal with these things by myself. What would you say to that person?
I will say that you must research yourself. Like, I think understanding yourself is the best thing ever you could do to yourself. It helps you to develop yourself. So what I usually did most of the time I was stuck in stagnant mode, I was going through trauma, I was struggling at school, I would research my personality. Like, I will check what my personality type on the internet, and then see the characteristics.
Okay.
Yes, and align myself with that character, or see them in me. Some of them they tick, some of them they don't. But the other ones that don't tick, as long as they are positive, I sort of align myself with them.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so a lot of Google has helped me in various ways in developing me inside. Like, I know a lot about the human body or the human anatomy, a lot, and I think that also helped.
Wow. That is amazing, because like I always say on this show, that we need to utilize our data very well.
Yes.
You can't be watching other men and women live their dreams, and then yet you are not living your own, or you are struggling with some of the issues.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you make the transition. But even though I may be coding, even though I had these challenges, but I want to go and explore other fields. And yet there's someone who's scared. That, no, man, my funders, what would they say about me making this leap to try to go and find myself, to go and discover my purpose, to go and discover my calling in other areas? What would you say to that person?
It's a bit risky, especially because usually at that stage you don't know what the future holds. You don't it's like the unknown. You don't really know, okay, if I take this move, will it succeed or will it land me to the worst? So I'll say that do take the move and at least measure, like put a time frame on it. Say that, okay, next year I'm just gonna take a gap year, the whole year. And Mara, do something in that gap year. Don't just take gap year and not do anything. I think that will be something that can help you, so that you don't end up in the worst. Because it's like a test. Sometimes in computer science they taught us about testing a lot.
Yes.
So you test the waters, see if you can swim. Or are you drowning? And if you're drowning, you come back. You come back and try to revive whatever you're having.
Yes. Wow. Yes. That's very important. That's very important, because people are then afraid. They're afraid of, okay, I was doing arts, that didn't work for me.
Yeah.
What are the comments? Or when I venture into these other areas, remember, we most of us, we come from poverty backgrounds.
Yes.
There's no money to explore. There's no money to mess around. You know the situation at home. You'll be like, hey, no, this one I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that they should include God. Yeah. I'm getting emotional because I know how God is my pillar and my core. So I would say that they should include God in everything that they're doing. At first, if they're not used to praying, it's not going to be easy at the very first stage, but they should start.
Yes.
Yeah, pray. If it's every night, it's every night. If it's every day, until you get back to your senses. And God will just open doors. God will bring people to you. God will help you. They say that
And this is very important because a lot of people miss this. That when they are going through tough times, they then tend to want to blame God. They want to play the God. Why did you? Why did you let me? And then they miss the blessing of that moment. That this is a chance for me to have my encounter with my God. This is a chance for God to reveal Himself to me. Maybe He'll even come through for me. And in most cases, because we come from Limpopo, we come from a very religious province.
Yes.
You may find that you've never had your own encounter with God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or well, now, how was that encounter for you? How then did you then see Norman? Even in those situations, that's when you discovered God. How was that journey for you?
I think especially in 2020, I'm gonna go to 2020 a lot because that's where a lot happened.
Okay.
I got hospitalized, and when I was hospitalized, the only thing, because like my mom passed on when I was very young, like I was 12 years old, so I had to raise myself most of the time. So around 2020, I got hospitalized, and then in there was only me. I was like in this world. I can see people because my eyes were still seeing, thank God. But then I was in this environment where I'm alone and there's no one there.
Yes,
and there's no one, like there's just no one, no loved ones. I'm alone. I feel alone. Even my body, I feel like my body and my spirit are somewhere else. But physically I could see myself. I'm in a hospital bed. And every day is like a different environment. I feel like I'm traveling in a spiritual world, and I'm thinking, it's all thinking. And then there was a time I started, like the only thing I could remember or connect to is like, oh God, there's God. Yeah, then that's when I started to reconnect back to God, and I started praying, and I'm like, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna go back to school, because the nurses, when they checked me, they were like, there's nothing wrong with it. By the way, I read my file.
Yes.
I read my file just to understand what was my situation.
Yes.
Yeah, so there was like, most of the time there was like, there's nothing wrong, she's normal, and all those things. So I did check my
the file.
Yes, the file. And then after that, I just started praying, and I'm like, God, please, I want to graduate. I don't want to be a nobody.
Yes.
I want to be something in life. Someone.
Yes.
So and I think God reconnected back, and I got back. I could see myself like coming back, a bit by bit coming back. And then after that, I came back around 2021. That's when I started registering, and I also traveled. And
Wow, that is amazing. Because we've got a lot of young men and women who don't have anyone. The only person that you've got is yourself.
Yes.
There's no brother, there's no sister, there's no uncle, there's no aunt, or you even find that they are there. But whatever happened in their families, they just decided, no, every man for himself and God for us all.
Yeah.
How then, what would you say to those young men and women who feel like giving up? They feel like it's time to give up. Maybe some of them are even thinking of, this December, let me just end it all, man. They are going through dark moments because there's no one at home.
Yeah.
There's no mother, there's no father, there's no aunt, there's no uncle. It seems like no one cares. What would you say to that person? Or how would you motivate them?
I would say that, like, hold on, and someone will come for you. I know what we usually say sometimes when we are maybe mad about something we've been waiting for far too long for, and it doesn't come. We say no one is coming to fetch you, but somebody is coming to fetch you.
Yeah.
Trust me, someone will be there. Someone, and also try to reach out, even cry, like show signs, because sometimes people are depressed but they're not showing signs. So
yes.
even your family, especially if they don't really pay much attention to you, yes, they won't notice that you're going through a lot or you're dying inside.
Yes.
So yeah, someone is coming to fetch you. And another thing is, with me, I realized like the time I hold the pen to say I'm gonna write my own story, that's when everything changed.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. That's when everything changed. I started journaling and I started writing my story in real time. Even now, I'm in my storyline.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you explained that, because I remember exactly. Even I had my own encounter with God, and I remember at the time I was attempting to study engineering.
Yeah.
I was attempting to study engineering, and I'll never forget the words. I'll never forget the words of, I think it was Prof. George Gibbon, who said that Mama Bolo, you are unique. It was just that person when you feel like you are alone, when you feel like you are alone, and then someone comes for you and he says, "No, young man, you've got a lot of potential in you.
Yeah.
I want you to go and take psychometric tests and all these other tests. Go and discover your personality.
Yes.
And once you've done that, once you've discovered your personality and you've discovered a place where you can shine, I want you to go and do that and never look back."
Yeah.
And from that advice of his, I went for it. I went there. I remember taking a psychometric test and all this the Myers-Briggs test, StrengthsFinder test. I wanted to make sure I'm not making a mistake.
Yeah.
Then once I discovered that, that's when I got on a journey and I said to myself that no, I'm going to develop myself. Yes, there are times where I'm alone. Yes, there are times where I've got no one to as my backup or whatever the case may be. But I am going to do whatever it takes to ensure that these dreams that I'm dreaming about, everything that I'm thinking about, I will be able to do that. So yeah, I was just saying that that's very important. What you just said there, it's very important because yes, we have been through some of those situations.
True.
Now, you go through all of that, you have your own encounter with God, and then you make a couple of moves. You make a move into film, you make a move into even photography,
Yes.
How did it feel like? I mean, I can imagine when you thought that, no, everything's going to go well for me as a scientist and all these other things. And then things change. Things change. But after those things have changed, you then discover, okay, even though I may be doing a data science, or I may be doing these other things, how then do you even balance? How then do you balance moving from data science, film, computer science on the other end, and then also discovering photography there?
First of all, it actually started from, because like the data science is recently. So it started from computer science. From computer science, I moved to film. From film, I moved to data science, from data science to agriculture.
Okay.
So how do I balance them? Time management and also schedule, and also using calendar, Google Calendar. I use it a lot to sort of manage. But what I actually, especially as I'm growing, what I've come to realize is that I'm actually all of those things.
Yes.
It's not a piece of me away from me. It's actually all of me, those things that I've done. So now my company formation basis was actually from a computer science background. Even now we do have a website that we just did recently.
Okay.
And my film was actually my expression, me expressing myself in real life, in the world.
Okay.
How do I, actually, if you realize a lot of African people are artistics, in the arts, it's like playing. So yeah, that's my art side. And with agriculture, I was new to it, but then I found healing. I found this natural thing that is sort of healing me because I was like fresh from recovery actually while I was studying agriculture in 2022. So I found a way of healing when I was around. I remember one time we went to the farm and I was around the animal cows. So I felt very calm, very, very calm. So I realized, actually, each part of what formed me is actually part of me, not something separate.
Yes.
It's just that now I'm lucky I can navigate into each space whenever I want to. but with a focus, because what leads is actually my logical mind.
Yes.
So that's what leads. But the creative side say you can still play around
there.
Yes.
Okay. Let's quickly go for a short ad break, and then let me fix some technical difficulties that you're experiencing here. And we were still talking, and you were still sharing about how you then were able to navigate, how you were then able to let me use this word, to fall in love, to fall in love with your creatives. Because I think that the mistake that we do, especially when we take the tests, we forget that it's not that I'm a technical person or I'm a logical person, but you can use both sides of the brain. Sometimes you can be creative, sometimes you can be logical. Yes, there may be a default that you default to, but you can use both. You can be a logical person and yet be creative. Like you said, you're a creative. To be a problem solver, to be able to code, to be able to solve mathematical problems, that's your logical brain. But at the very same time, it's very creative. When you're creative, you can code. When you're creative, you can solve those mathematical problems, Yes. And then you meet this other person of you realize that, no, man, I'm actually more than that I thought that I was. I can do this many things.
Yeah.
Here I am a boss lady. Here I am, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What advice would you give to any young woman out there who maybe someone said something about them? Maybe someone said something about their background, telling them it will never amount to anything. Maybe they even tried to use the situations to try to blackmail them or to get them to stop believing in themselves. What would you say to that young person?
I would say that they should stop listening to people at all. Like it's more usually in data science we say you stop the hallucinations.
Okay.
So the hallucination is actually noise. So you sort of zone out, or it's a volume, you like mute. You mute all the noises out there so that you can focus on you personally. After taking those personal tests and you see what is your personality type like, and start living within that personality type, that's when you mute everything.
Yes.
You listen only to you, and you don't tell people again. They usually say silence is the best, is the powerful, like the most powerful thing you could ever do to yourself. So after that you just be quiet, follow your path, and you'll see yourself succeeding. Because there are a lot of steps. You can't even measure, how many steps do I have to take to get to where I am, or to get to where I want to be.
Yes.
So you don't know what or how many steps to take.
Yes.
But then you'll see, like, when things are changing, you'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see. Maybe let's say you're getting awarded for something. That's a sign that your life is improving. So I would say that keep going, trust in God, and love yourself. I think most of women usually because of the society has put us in where we feel we are always victims usually. So I would say that you should love yourself unconditionally. So sometimes you're not feeling well, you're not feeling like, I look cute. I'm gonna give you examples actually. Okay. Sometimes you feel like, maybe I'm not intelligent enough, maybe I'm not cute, maybe I'm not, like all those thoughts that come to your mind because society said a beautiful woman must be like this. Yes. Tell yourself that you're beautiful. Tell yourself you love yourself. And also look at the mirror. Tell yourself those things. Then you see that you start to love yourself even more. You see that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like after all of this, it doesn't matter. It's all up to God to grant you your life. And no one has ever granted you a life.
Besides God.
Don't listen to people.
Yeah, that is very important, because I remember even when I was young, there used to be this guy. Who thought that he could bully me. And when a person is starting, I'll never forget his words. I'll never forget his, because one time I don't even remember where we were going. Man, I think we were going to school or it was after school. a re ka mokgwa o feeling ka ona le ge tšhweni ka re ka phošo ya go ja or worse le ge tabi ka go ja ka phošo ka mokgwa o feeling ka ona e beng o montsho ka ona yo go tša ya re mošidi.
Wow.
And he thought that him saying that would discourage me.
Yeah.
But what he didn't know was that now I knew that I don't need validation from him.
Yes.
Because every time when I would go in the mirror, I would look at myself and I'd be like, yeah, one day you're going to become someone.
Yes.
And I remember one time, I'm seeing him later on, many years later. I'm seeing him many years later. He would say whatever he would say. Oh, you will never amount to anything, you know. Yeah, you won't achieve anything and all those other things. And this one time we are meeting, and this guy is very shocked. He's like, I'm fine. Yeah, you made it, eh? You made it. I thought you will never achieve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now look at the things that you are doing now. And then I asked myself, if I had believed what he said, what could I have limited myself in?
Yeah.
Because at the time I would look at what some of the things that I did, then I realized, oh no, man, positive self-talk, positive self-encouragement, it's very important. It's very important because, I mean, as a woman, you know, men will have their own words, and all those other things. It's very important that we speak positive words to ourselves.
Yes.
And because of the interest of time, as we are about to conclude, what would you say? What would you say to a young woman or any young person out there who has been through a lot in life? Yes, we encourage them and said, oh man, never give up on those dreams. Yes, you may not have anyone. What would you say to that person, or no man? What are those words? What is a word? Maybe for you, what was a word when you were going through all these hardships? It encouraged you. Maybe it may be a quote, it may be a Bible verse, it may even be a song that you kept on listening to that encouraged you. What was that one for you?
I told myself that I live for purpose. My life has a purpose.
Yes.
And that actually comes from having a background in Bible. I've read Bible. Usually my scripture now, they actually come to me instead of me. I don't remember one now. But this other one that I will put your path crooked. I'll put your path from crooked to straight. So yeah, some of the verses that actually they come to me, like when I'm usually doing life things, a verse will come to me to say, it will just be words, the complete verse, and I will know, okay, saying the verse is saying this because I'm here in life, I'm here, or I've done that, or I've achieved that. So it's always like confirming. Even the one that says the locust, I will restore whatever the locust has stolen. So usually those people that take you back is because they've seen a potential in you. They've seen you could get somewhere in life, but they don't want you to get there before they do get there. They still need to prepare themselves for you, so that when you get to your light, they already feel like they are already achieved. But with God says that I will restore whatever the locust has stolen. That's a very powerful way. My God. That's very powerful. So some of these verses, they just come to me. I could be doing anything and a verse will come. But I usually, nowadays, I jot it down to remember, these verses are the ones that are coming to me.
Wow, that is powerful. You just reminded me of Joshua. And, he's a man that I'm studying now as I'm preparing for my third book that I'm busy writing. Now, there's a young girl. There's a young girl somewhere who's listening to us, who is distracted by social media. You said that sometimes what you need to do is to take a break, just be silent. And now today the problem is the pressure of social media. People want to post their perfect lives, forgetting the picture that I'm seeing on social media just for a moment of a second. And there's a young woman out there who is feeling the pressure. Maybe the pressure has even gotten to them, or try to be someone that you're not. Live a lifestyle that you're not living, do things that you're not doing. Whatever it is, they're experiencing that pressure. What advice would you give that young woman out there?
First of all, find your purpose. Like I said or mentioned previously, find your purpose and then live in your own lane. Compete with your own self. Don't compete with anyone.
Yes.
Because other people are backed by money from parents. Yourself, you find that you actually don't have rich parents or whatever the case may be. So I would say that be your own competitor. If today you manage to buy a suit. If today you manage to buy a suit, and then the next and then you see your friend buying cars, don't be pressurized by those things.
Yes.
Align yourself. The suit that you're wearing, you can use it to get to your next goal.
Yes.
Yeah. If your next goal is a car, also ask yourself again, why do you need a car? Is it because friends have cars or what? Yeah. Because you might find that you feel like you need a car, but you actually need a home, a house. Yes. So I would say, like, also, don't just be pressurized by people. Find purpose in the things that you do in your daily life. Whatever you're buying, you're purchasing. Plus, this is a very highly purchasing society or generation that we live in. So I would say, why are you, ask yourself a question of, okay, why am I buying cars? Where am I going to pack it? And in my mother's house, no. How about buy yourself a yard and start there? So after you build, then you can buy yourself a car. So don't mind me when I'm almost 30, so it makes sense. I'm almost 30.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then maybe one final thing before we get to the final part. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are about this. Because now the problem that we are having nowadays is this issue. I don't like this term. Because for me, I feel it's out of context. But when you come from the backgrounds that we come from, where we don't have anything and it's all us, you discover that I'm not alone. There may be a brother, there may be a sister that I'm also raising.
Yes.
And yet, when you're achieving success or when God is starting to open those doors, someone may even forget about their little brother. Someone may even forget about their little sister, trying to appease everyone else around. What would you say to that young person who's starting to forget their family, their brothers, their sisters? Even I think I should have the term black text that I don't like.
I would say that, like, love your family. God gave you that family. God, it's not by mistake that you're having the family you're having.
Yes.
So love your family, take care of them. So when you start to get money, you start to get paid, you start to get salary, think of your family. What are their needs? And if you feel like maybe they are taking a lot from you, you can also upskill them. Get them into education. Get them educated, get them skilled, get them to start businesses, so that they become working citizens.
And where can our listeners find you? Where can they find your amazing work? How can they hire you as the photographer? Where can they find you for all of the services that you render?
Okay, on LinkedIn, it's Ntapeleng Linah Raphela. So they can reach on my direct messaging, or they can go to my website, actually, which is www.sasiluna.co.za, and send me a message on the contact page. Send me a message. They can also reach me on Facebook, Luna Smith. Direct message is also fine. And they can also reach me via my contact 067-289-4213. And I'm offering photography and also agricultural advices, and also how to create your content, and also other business advice, because I was also working at University of Limpopo Marketing Department. Yes.
Wow. That is amazing. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in today and sharing with us your journey and about the wonderful and amazing things that you are doing. And, my wish and my hope for my guests here on this show is that May God bless you. May He enlarge your territory. May He give you all of the desires that you are desiring in your heart. And I hope that one day, when you are listing Sasiluna there on the JSE, you'll also invite us. You'll also invite us. You'll also invite me. Hey, Mr. Mahmoud, you remember that? Now we are a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and we want you to come and share and witness the success that you have for us. Thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.